I'm so ready.
Good morning and welcome back to episode 2 of the Overruled Podcast. Today we are joined by our third and final host, Nolan.
I'm here.
Hi, Nolan.
Hi. How are you guys? No, I asked you first.
No, I'm asking the question.
Okay, okay. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing alright.
Devin, how are you?
I'm doing pretty saucy.
That's pretty good.
So what's new from last week? We're trying to upload our thing to Spotify. We're trying to get it onto YouTube, but there's a lot of technical issues, especially with the software. We're trying to improve the microphone volume. And just overall improve the podcast.
Yeah. How much would you be willing to spend on like a good microphone for the podcast?
Dude, I don't even know.
Like if we all chipped in, I feel like it'd be not that
I don't know, man. I'm poor as hell.
Me too.
I don't know how you're paid on Monday, so we'll see that. Alright, so Nolan, tell us a little about yourself. Just like, what's a normal day in the life of Nolan?
What's a normal day in the life of Nolan? I'm 16, I'm a junior, just like you guys. Normally, I'll wake up, I'll make either some coffee, or if I have it, I'll make G Fuel, because I'm gay. And I'll eat breakfast, I'll get ready for school, go to school. I'm a huge band person, I'm a drummer, so I do a lot of that. My first two periods are band. So I have concert band and then jazz band. Jazz band is a lot more fun than...
So you're a drummer, so you just play, like, what type of drum?
Well, all sorts. I'm in, like, 3 different types of band right now. I'm in marching band, so I march snare drum in marching band. And then I also play drum set, and then I also play, like, concert percussion, so that's, like, snare drum, bass drum, like marimba, xylophone, that sort of deal.
So, are you, like, snare drum, is that the super big one, or is that the one that you hold off your chest and you play at, like, belly level?
That's the one that you play at, like, stomach level, yeah. The big one is bass drum. And my marching band does something a little different, just because our drum line is small, so what we do, normally, in an ideal drum line, you'd have the bass drums, you'd have the snares, and then you have tenors, which are basically like you hold them at stomach level, but there's like 4 drums around you, so you're playing on the 4 different drums. But what we're doing this year is we're combining snares and tenors. So basically we have the snare drum, and then we have 2 smaller drums on the side, so we can go out and play and have tenor voicings, even though we're just playing snare drum.
So, I know nothing about how marching band works.
Yeah.
I just know the higher the score, the better for the competitions. So tell us a little bit more about how the whole marching band season works.
The season? All right. Well, I mean, we have 4. Is it 4? Yeah, 3 or 4 main competitions, which is we have county. And then we have regional, we have the county competition, so like everybody in our county are competing against each other. And then we have regionals, which is every region, and there's state, so there's 3. And normally how it works, you work on your show for a good probably 3 months, or probably 4 months actually. You work on your show, and normally it's about 3 parts long. So like you have the first part, which is that, and then the second part is normally the ballad, so that's when you slow things down and make it sound all pretty. And then the third one is like the big kind of exodus, this is the end, and it's all loud and flashy.
So you say there's 3 parts, is that, do you perform 3 different times, or do you only perform once?
You only perform once, and then there's 3 parts in that one performance, and each part is effectively its own piece of music, because each is a little bit different, each has a different style, each is a little bit faster, slower, tempo-wise, that kind of thing.
So tell me about the one you're doing right now, so you can give us a little example.
So we have 3 parts. First part is called inertia. Second part is called momentum shift, because that's when we slow it down for the ballad, and the third is maximum velocity. We end up, probably the ending tempo for the third movement is around 160 BPM, so it's pretty fast.
Jeez. BPM, beats per minute, correct?
Beats per minute, yeah.
Jesus. So, you're in the marching band and you play the snare drum, and then you're in the concert band and a jazz band?
And I'm in jazz band as well.
Do you ever play instruments outside just for fun? Or
well, I kind of sort of play piano from time to time, just because like the mallet instruments and piano are really, really similar. It's just like, you know, it's a smaller, you're using hands, so you can, like, you're using your hands, so you don't just have two mallets, you can play with your whole hand, and that's kind of fun. I enjoy learning different songs on the piano, just for fun.
Yeah.
Right
I'm not very good. I'm not very good at piano, but like, you know, it's fun to learn. It's fun to just mess around with piano, see what I can come up with.
Well,
yeah.
Right on, man. It's nice to have another musician.
What do you play?
I play guitar.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, he's very.
I actually didn't know that. No.
I have some videos on my phone.
Yeah. So you both are musicians. So let's discuss music. Might as well.
All right.
So let's start off with, if you guys could listen to one song on loop, what song would it be and why?
Well, how long would we be listening to it?
Alright, let's say you have to listen to one song for 12 hours straight.
For 12 hours straight.
You go first.
I don't know, man. I've been pretty obsessed with this song called Black Smoke Rising by Great Van Fleet. It's a pretty good song. Any song, I'd probably choose that one.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's it about? What's what style of music? What's the tempo?
I mean, it's like a classic rock kind of style, but they're a really modern band. Like, you know, like they were formed in 2012, but they sound a lot like Led Zeppelin.
Alright.
You know, the funny thing is, my song is a Led Zeppelin song. I'd have to go with Black Dog by Led Zeppelin. That song, it's so crazy, and I love listening to John Bonham, who's the drummer for Led Zeppelin. I love his stuff, because, like, he plays, like, so simply, and yet so, like, the way he plays is so complicated as well.
Right, this one.
But, like, sorry, the best thing about Black Dog is there are parts in the song where it switches to 5/4 instead of 4/4, and I love that, and I've loved learning that song just because, like, getting down this switching time signatures from 5/4 to 4/4. Do you have any idea what?
No, I do. I'm in choir, so I know how to read music. I know how to keep tempo.
But, you know, it switches to 5/4, and it's really, really cool, and I like that because it adds, like, even, like, they switch for, like, one measure and then go back, and it's so great because it just adds
still impressive.
And it adds so much more voicing and, like, just an extra layer of complexity that you don't get from, like, just keeping in 4/4 all the time.
Okay, Nolan. Well, here's a video of me playing
I would like
Black
to see.
Dog.
Hey.
Dang, dude, that's pretty good. Like,
It's
I'm not
actually
gonna
pretty good.
lie.
I like it.
Like, I can't get it exactly like the recording,
Right.
because the way he did it was he did some screw stuff, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
he looped the sound through a couple, like, microphone. I don't know exactly how he did it, but in the actual recording for Black Dog, it sounds really grainy, but also really clean.
Well, like for any bands, or a studio recording and actual playing live is like a whole.
It's a whole different story.
Yeah.
So my piece, I have two different answers. One's kind of a, hey, I've always liked this song. One song I've always had memories for, and I don't know why this song has followed through me through my life, is Journey. Don't stop believing. God, don't stop believing. That song, I don't know what it is about it, but I can literally listen to it on repeat for hours. I've actually listened to it for repeat just over and over again with, do you know Sydney?
Which one?
But we used to listen to that song. I don't know what about the song was, but we keep listening to it. And for a selfish reason, I would do History of the World by Billy Joel, so I can memorize it. You know, I have an excuse to listen to it over and over again. Funny story about that song, I tried to memorize it once, and I ended up, like, I had headphones in, I didn't realize that I was singing in the middle of study hall louder than I thought I was singing.
Alright, so you know Toy Story, right? Randy Newman, the guy that wrote what's that song called? The main one, like you got a friend of me. That's what it was. Yeah, he also wrote a song called "Political Science" that is literally just a song about nuking every single country on Earth besides the U.S. and Australia. It's
why Australia?
Because he doesn't want to hurt no kangaroos. That's like literally the lyrics. He's like, don't want to hurt no kangaroos.
That sounds like a wonderful,
so you wipe out the majority of the human population, but no, you can't nuke any kangaroos.
Yeah, you can't hurt no kangaroos.
No. Can't hurt no kangaroos. Never.
Boom goes London and boom Paris. More room for you and more room for me.
Oui. Dude, I tried to learn French. I failed Spanish so hard. And that now I try to self-teach myself French. It is not easy. I did. Right. Spanish or Spanish.
The Duolingo Alice hunt you down.
He is gonna hunt me down.
Yeah, no, you can't stop doing Duolingo.
He will kidnap your family.
He will kidnap.
No, he kidnaps your family, and then you have to complete lessons in order to get them back.
Yeah, you just get like a finger back in the mouth.
No. Alright, so I had another question. Back to pop culture. What do you guys think is the best movie of all time?
Pulp Fiction.
I had the same answer. I'm not even kidding.
I love that movie.
Dude, Marcel Wallace.
I did my Marcellus Wallace.
Yeah. Do you know what he looks like?
I know, he doesn't look like a bitch.
What about you, Nolan?
I'd have to agree with you guys.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction is like the greatest movie of all time.
Well, this wasn't a good discussion. I was
trying
to bring another movie.
Like,
Megamind. Okay, maybe not the best movie on the ever.
The funny thing about Megamind is the second it showed up on Netflix, the Megamind meme started popping up.
Yeah, it's because it's so underrated.
It's completely underrated.
Like people watched it once and they completely forgot about it.
And then like years later, it came up on Netflix and everybody started watching it.
Like, yo, I forgot how good this was.
I think the sad thing about everything becoming trendy, from the Visco Girls to Megamind to what was popular a while ago. What was it? I guess it doesn't really matter. But like the thing that Devin just said, Megamind's so underrated. No, because everybody says it's underrated. You know,
you have a point.
If everybody thinks the movie is underrated, then
it's no longer underrated.
It's not underrated. So the fact that we all agree that Megamind is a good movie completely destroys.
I guess it used to be can like something no longer be underrated? If it starts out underrated and then like people start enjoying it, does it lose its status of being an underrated movie?
I think so. Because like the amount of people that have started talking about it again, and everybody says it's underrated, it kind of loses its point in being underrated.
Yeah.
Like, there's a power behind those words. Everything from I hate you, I love you to being used commonly. Like, please, thank you, even. Yeah. You can say please and thank you, or not say it at this point. It's a give and take.
Yeah.
It doesn't...
Like, do you ever hear that thing about how the word, they had to change the dictionary definition of the word literally because people didn't use it in its literal context?
Wait, are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. They literally had to they had to change the definition of the word literally because people used it in the wrong context so much. So like the actual definition of literal is it's still the main definition, but there's a second definition, which just means like emphasis, because people have literally misused literally so much.
They literally can't.
They literally cannot.
Do you guys think language has evolved or?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Has it evolved or
de-evolved?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like in a way it's a little bit of both, because like language is always changing, and like even like regional slang can differ. Like,
hey y'all.
Yeah.
Like.
Like
Yeah.
Like in the UK, like
here in this state.
in the United States.
No, I'm just talking about this state.
We're calling that
in
Okay,
Colorado.
fine, Colorado. So like, we have an accent that I wasn't aware of. We don't pronounce hard T's.
We don't.
Dude,
That's why we say mountain.
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 And like in our public speaking class, carrot.
Carrot.
Garrett, yeah.
Yeah.
Like other people, like Midwest, or you're the Midwest, East Coast,
Yeah.
West Coast people, they'll
Down
pronounce
south.
carrot,
Carrot.
mountain.
Carrot. No, it's
Garrett.
carrot. It's carrot.
Yeah, we just Garrett, mountain. Like,
Mountain. Yeah, I know. It's like it's weird. I like
So pronounce the state we're living in.
Colorado.
Colorado.
Slowly.
Colorado.
I don't know. That's the only point I hear the accent. Because I don't know what it is about.
Other people call it Colorado.
See, I call it Colorado because it's an A. It's spelled with an A.
Colorado.
It's Colorado. It's like avocado.
That sounds so highbrow to me, though.
Colorado.
That sounds, you know, when people pronunciate words weirdly, that sounds like Colorado. Like that's what it's.
Leviosa. Not Leviosa.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like to me. Cause to me, it's Colorado. Like
Colorado.
we're
Like
rad.
they use that in the skate because in the longboarding scene because like, have you ever heard of the term Dawn Patrol?
No.
Okay, well, Dawn Patrol is this thing in the local longboarding community where people wake up early every morning and go hit Lookout Mountain. They bomb the entirety of Lookout Mountain. Like, people call it Colorado in the skate community, or just Rado. Just Rado. Because of that reason, because we have the sickest skate spots.
That is true. That
But
is
like,
very true.
back to the regional dialect, it's like the same thing with like soda, pop, and Coke.
Yeah,
Soda or pop? Is it soda or pop?
It's soda.
It's soda.
It's soda. I swear to God, if you say pop.
It's soda.
Guys, we're gonna be ending the podcast.
It is soda.
It's soda.
Alright, I mean, if I'm really not thinking about it, I say pop.
No,
Can you grab me a pop?
No, it's soda.
It's soda.
Can you grab me a
But
soda?
like, who
Pops.
who calls it Coke? I like, there was like, I saw this like map of people who call it Coke, like any soda, Coke.
Like down in the south. It's down in the south.
But like, why?
I have a grandma, and she's in Michigan. And
like,
she says,
like, hey, grab me that Coke over there. Like, it's Sprite. No.
It's a ginger ale.
She will go, can I have that Coke Pepsi? Or can I have that Coke Sprite? Because
Really?
yeah, so like Coke comes before.
Is it
Every
just
other name.
designating that it's a soft drink, that it's a
Yeah,
soda?
if I ask for a Coke, I'm asking for a
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I'm not asking for no Pepsi or ginger ale.
If I want a Pepsi, I'm gonna ask for a Pepsi.
I don't want your Canada Dry.
But,
I
like-
want a Coke.
Technically, its official name is Pepsi Coke,
Pepsi Cola.
You know, it's Pepsi Cola.
Yeah.
which is
Coca-Cola.
No,
Cola.
Coca-Cola.
But I feel like Coca-Cola has taken over the word
Yeah.
cola.
Yeah.
If you're like,
they call it Coke instead of Cola.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Cola.
But like,
God.
why?
Cola
Why did
sounds
Why did people start calling it Coke instead of calling it Cola?
Because it's so popular.
but I feel like also the whole Pepsi aspect that like you couldn't call it cola
Why not?
because then Pepsi Cola, you know, they may have some trademark on the name or something, you
Right.
know, so that I don't know. That's a complete guess right there.
Now Cola sounds weird.
Yeah.
Cola.
Yeah, you know, it's so
Cola.
weird. If you just say one word over and over, like it starts to lose meaning.
Over.
Like at a certain point, you get to the point where you're like, what is this word? Why does it mean that? Why does over mean over? Why doesn't poop mean over?
Shut up.
Like,
Yo,
I've tripped out about this way too much. Like,
You don't have to.
the entire English language and all languages are just random noise we made with our mouths to associate to certain objects. Like,
You know,
this is a phone, and just like somebody called it a phone for some reason. Like if the man who invented the telephone was like, no, this is a This is an Uno card. we would go our entire lives, and the entirety of everybody who's ever owned a phone would go their entire lives calling an Uno card without a second question.
Everything can be traced. So like, telephone,
right?
Landline phone.
No, because phono it's Latin roots. Because phono is sounds. Tele is, I believe, across.
Like telegraph.
Like a telegraph, right?
Is where we got the word telephone from, like Alexander Graham Bell.
Right.
You know, he was.
Why didn't they call it a bellophone?
Exactly. What the hell? One thing I've been tripping about recently is like colors, right? So like, what you perceive as white, I may perceive as what you perceive as blue.
Right.
Like, we don't know what colors look like in other people's eyes.
Right.
Like, I'm looking at this wall. This wall's blue, right?
No, it's green.
Well, debatable.
It's a turquoise. It's a turquoise.
But like, what I see as blue, you may see as what I see as green.
Right.
We're also talking about color over a podcast. You guys see what's wrong here, right?
Yeah.
Just hear the vibrations and it'll just paint it.
Yeah.
Alright, picture this. This is what our studio looks like.
Our studio.
If I lay down, I could probably touch all 4 walls if I really tried.
Try it.
I think that is a bold-faced lie.
I could definitely get 3.
Full of it, but not all 4.
Not all 4. Get down on the ground.
No, alright.
The Overruled Podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
I just got overruled.
You've been overruled.
You've been overruled.
Alright, so anything else to discuss?
I don't know.
What do you guys feel about the Turkey Syria?
Wait, I don't know what's going on.
Turkey invaded Syria.
Are you serious?
Under what pretext?
They wanted to kill the
Fucking
people. I don't know. It's Turkey, man.
Gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble, Syria. I'm coming for you.
Dude, I didn't know this was going on. I kind of stopped paying attention to news, but it's really kind of hard to actually not pay attention to news.
I got tired. Turkey invaded Syria, right? And now Trump's putting tariffs on Turkey.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Like what? What is he putting tariffs on?
I don't know. All I read was he was putting tariffs on Turkey, and I feel like.
Does he have good trade relations with Turkey, or?
I don't know. I was asking my grandpa this the other day. Like, are we allies with Turkey?
Right.
And are we allies with Syria? Aren't we allies with both of them?
Yeah.
And my grandpa was like, I don't think we're really allies.
I don't really think we're allies.
We're kind of same but different.
Right. Okay.
Like, if that makes sense.
No, it does. It does.
Like, I feel like if we put too many tariffs on them, then like that could
spiral.
That could spiral. Like,
U.S. says Turkey agreed to ceasefire live right now on CNN as of started 29 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
So we'll be able to update next podcast. But
on how that's going.
Yeah.
But we're probably not your main source of news.
Probably shouldn't be.
We probably should not be your main source of news, no.
just as manufactured goods.
Manufactured.
So
that's literally it. Like, we manufacture
goods could be anything.
It could. What else was recently in the news? Did you see about that
Fortnite thing?
Oh god, no.
We did it, boys! Fortnite is no
more!
Fortnite's back up as of
It's
yesterday.
Fortnite too. And like the worst thing is apparently like nothing changed. So they caused this huge panic over like Fortnite completely and utterly shutting down. Came out with Fortnite 2 and it was no different.
It's just the same thing.
Gotta love it, Epic Games, very cool.
Oh, I love Epic Games.
What else? There's that whole Uber and Lyft Uber driver that shot and murdered some dude.
Wait, what? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, in our state, our beautiful state of colorful Colorado.
Beautiful. We're turning into Florida 2.0.
Oh god. Okay, seriously though, so many people have been moving here. Driving is an absolute nightmare. Oh my lord. Like 5 years ago, Colorado had some of the nicest drivers ever, and I really, really wish that I would be able to learn to drive in a state with people who are nice and didn't didn't drive like complete assholes.
Yeah.
But now, like, so many people, and like, I hate this. People are moving to our state, they're driving the real estate prices up, and they're clogging the roads with people who drive like idiots.
Alright, it's because they're all from California.
It's because they're all from California.
They're moving here because of our lax weed laws and the new
weed laws
and the new shrooms law.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so did anybody else here? I need somebody to confirm this, because I saw an article about how a district in Colorado is moving to 4-day school days because of all of the school shootings.
I've seen something.
Because I've seen a couple articles. I'm just not sure if they're credible.
I don't think it's gonna be implemented till about 2023 though, if it even happens.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things to take into consideration. A 3-day school week, a 4-day school week would change the pay of teachers.
Yeah.
And you know how much the teachers love protesting about their pay rate. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the driver thing for a second.
Let's go there. Let's talk about school shootings and gun control. Opinions?
I'm not going to share mine. I'll share my opinion on school shootings. I won't share my opinion on gun control.
Yeah, no, same here. Honestly, it's just, with the whole gun control thing, honestly, I just like to stay ambivalent. Like, I don't know. The opinions are so heated on both sides, and like, no matter what you say, you're gonna come off as rude to somebody.
You're gonna piss somebody.
You're gonna piss somebody off, and like, I don't know. I don't really feel the need to weigh in.
See, I don't need to give my opinion on gun control because I don't want people to know my opinion. I have my own opinion, and that's why ballot boxes are secret.
Yeah,
like there's a true reason.
But as for the school shootings,
God damn it, dude. It is annoying.
It really is.
Like, if you're gonna kill a bunch of kids and then turn around and pull the gun on yourself, just start with that.
Yeah.
Like, because I agree that at some point there is a point where people are lost.
Yeah.
There is a point. I'll give my opinion on this. Suicide is the answer for some people.
There's a certain point.
This is something
that's unpopular opinion.
I know. This is something I strongly believe in, though, and that suicide.
It has to do with quality of life.
Darwinism.
It is
Darwinism.
Because, like,
well, not even Darwinism, just literal quality of life.
If I'm gonna starve to death, and I mean actually starve to death, why?
Why?
Yeah.
And like.
End yourself.
Yeah. Last year, my friends and I did a research project on like the potential of human euthanasia, like especially like older citizens, people who like their quality of life is like nothing.
Abysmal.
It's horrible. Like people, like old people who are like closed off in like nursing homes. All they do, like, especially the ones who, like, are, like, barely coherent. The ones that are just, like, staring off at the wall.
I don't know if we can give our opinions on that, because we haven't experienced it, you know? And I feel like you see in the record books, there's, like, the 110-year-old, 150-year-old.
Nobody's ever lived to 150.
Let me have this. Let me just, for example... You see those people that are still living strong lives, and it's like, alright, that's good for them, but I think it needs to be a whole lot less of a PC thing, so that people can openly talk about it, you know? It's like, somebody has to be able to say, I'm feeling suicidal, and the answer needs to be, why? Not don't.
Yeah.
You know? So like,
if they have a good reason to be suicidal, like I'm having images and urges to kill a lot of people, but I don't want to do that, so I want to stop myself. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does make sense.
If that's a reason, I believe that is a valid reason to kill oneself.
I don't know about that, but at the same time, we are reaching the 30-minute mark, so I am gonna wrap this up.
Alright.
And you have been overruled.